Hi everybody, al-fayiz here of Wizard Web Marketing. Hello, and welcome to tonight's webinar. It is titled The 3 C's of Promoting Your Business. It's pretty straightforward. It won't take too much time. I'm just gonna share my screen and get right to it. And let's go, share screen. Yes. All right. Okay, and let me know when you can see my screen. Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. So, Wizard Web Marketing presents the next slide. The 3 C's of promoting your online business, your business online. So when it comes to promoting your business online, when it comes to promoting anything online, whether it's yourself, you want to promote a personal service, there's a couple of things that have to be in place, a couple of things you have to do. The first thing that you would need to be concerned with is your content. People need to know what it is that they're signing up for. What is it that I'm supposed to be interested in? How do we have anything in common? What's going on? Your content is what lets people know what's inside of you. It's your content, the content of your character. It all goes together. The way that you would make sure you have the right content is to make sure that it's relevant and diverse and that it completely encompasses your business, everything you could do for someone, everything your business does for yourself, everything that helps you grow. There's so much that you could do with your content. So one way to create content for your business is to blog. Blogging is such an important habit to build because it gets you in a place where you're just ready to talk about your business, and that's really important for speaking as well, because if you can sit there and write about what you can do for people and you do it every day and you do it consistently and it's there and it's ready and you're ready to go, that sets you up so much. If you have a blog, people will look for your expertise, especially if you have a history of like a couple of months or a couple of years of content around the same subject. That could set you up for speaking gigs. It could set you up to be a guest blogger. It just positions you as a leader in so many different ways. So your content is super important. Besides blogging, I'm a Facebook marketer first. Before anything, Facebook is my thing. So Facebook posts, creating long form posts, short form posts. One thing I like about Facebook is it kind of covers everything. You could write a Facebook post, which is a couple paragraphs. You could also just write something as short as a Twitter post and it would still perform well on to your audience, as long as it's relevant to your business, as long as it gives people value. Facebook posts work. Facebook also has notes. So if you're someone that likes to have a separate area for the content that you create that's a bit longer and something you put your time into, and you want to have paragraphs and images and have a more diverse post, you can put it as a note. And with the notes, you can go back and edit it, and it would be like a vault of knowledge that you have that you can share with people. You could always go back and tag people in it. You can always go back and reuse it, and it's just there, and it's in an area where you can always access it without having to go through your history, because we're all pretty active on Facebook. Hi, Kiki. Thank you so much for joining. We just started. You didn't really miss too much, so please mute out your thingy. If you would be so kind. Maybe I could do it. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, perfect. Thank you. We were just talking about your content and what kind of content you could be creating to promote your business. Blogging, of course, is powerful. Facebook posts, we were just talking about Facebook posts and how there's so many different ways you could do it. Somebody mentioned to me that Facebook is kind of like a blog, it's kind of like Twitter, it's kind of like everything. They keep buying up all these businesses, and all they're doing is taking the way that they share information and applying it to Facebook. Facebook is incredible. I will always be an advocate for it, and it's a really powerful way to create content. It keeps people current too, because with one of the ways that I market is a method called attraction marketing. And what happens is when you prompt someone to go to your profile, either by sending them a friend request or however they get to your profile, the first thing they're going to do is look at your about section and look at what you're doing, and then they're going to scroll through and look at maybe the last 5, 6, 10 posts that you have. So it's really important that your content matches up with what it is that you're selling or what it is that you're promoting about yourself, because they're going to be checking you out and seeing if you're somebody that they want to do business with. Also, your images, you would want to have some pretty nice pictures of yourself. If you're using Facebook for business, which of course we all are because that's what this webinar is for, you want to have some decent pictures. No raggedy pictures with your friends. You know, pictures with your family is okay, but I mean, stuff where you're showing off your lifestyle, you're showing what you do in your free time. That's also another thing that you could have in common with people that might potentially do business with you. So when it comes to your images, you want to make sure it's congruent with who you are, and of course keep it professional. You don't have to be perfect, but you want to keep it to where you're not offending anybody deliberately. And then, of course, video. Everybody's talking about video right now, especially Facebook Live. And it's because Facebook is more likely to show your videos to people if it's live than if you just put a recorded video, or even if you write something, because they want people to be engaged. And live video is the most engaging because you can interact with someone right there in the moment. And as long as you title it in a way that it gets the attention of the right people, it could really, really, really change things for your business. It could provide you with your breakthrough. Me personally, I do meditation videos every Monday, and from those videos, I've really made a lot of great friends. I've made business contacts, just people that are interested in meditation in general. And if I hadn't labeled it Monday morning meditation or been clear about what I was doing, I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't have happened that way, or I wouldn't have made it almost a year doing it, because what's the point, right? So that is pretty much your content in terms of how you can create it and what you would want to do. So there's a lot of resources online as far as like how you want to make it, what you want to write about. For example, you could do lists. Lists are really popular because they're pretty simple to create. So you could put like, for instance, I was going to call out Sarah, but she's not there. For instance, Susan and I are pretty much in the same industry. So the type of content that you could create would be something similar. Like you could do 10 ways to market your business on Facebook, 10 ways to promote personal development on Facebook. Like you can be the coach's coach and make sure that you're providing something that would be relevant to them or to whatever that you're selling. And the same thing goes for you, Sarah. Same thing goes for you, Kiki. I don't know if you're in business for yourself yet, but we'll be able to talk to each other and ask questions and get clarity later at the end. So that's about all I got for content, and it's super important that you have something for people to refer to. Okay, so the next one is connection. So connection is super important because the way that people do business is changing completely. Big businesses are getting a bad rap for how it just lacks being personable. People are taking advantage of people price gouging, using the size of the business in order to control the government. I mean, some of the things that are happening with big business is ridiculous, and it lacks connection. If these people had any idea the personal effect that they were having, I'm pretty sure that they would do things differently, because I refuse to believe that there's a guy sitting up in a big office in a high-rise somewhere that just gives no fucks about anything having to do with connecting with people. Because if it weren't for people, the business wouldn't exist. And that's something that we all need to keep in mind. When it comes to connecting with others, it's important to just be genuine. I used to be like, well, as long as I'm getting the customer, as long as I'm getting the business, I'll say whatever I have to say. I'll do whatever I have to do without breaking the law and without being unethical. But that's not what it's about, because if you want longevity in your business, you have to be connected to the people that you're doing business with. You want to make sure that they align with your values. You want to make sure that they make sense for your business. If you have a business, a health coach business, you don't want to work with someone who's a chain smoking biker. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you have a genuine connection with people, and that you build the relationship appropriately before you even let them know about your business, if it's not abundantly clear from your Facebook profile, because that's going to be the first way that you connect with people in the first place. Is what's on the profile? Are you writing something that's going to make people want to connect with you? Are you somebody who is like, oh my gosh, I would love to work with them. They know exactly what I need to know. I'm sure that they can help me. That's the first step of connecting with someone. You don't have to necessarily make the first move, so to speak. You can begin that connection by just projecting who you are, projecting what's important to you, and making sure that you're clear about your business and you put that on your page. Now, when you do start to connect with people, or you initiate your contact with people, if you're a beginner, or if you're in a place where like the business isn't coming to you, or if you don't have ads set up where your leads are coming to you, and you initiate contact, it should never be with the intention to sell anyone, because you don't know if that person needs what you have to offer. So when you connect with someone, it's important to just really genuinely try to build a relationship, see if you can create a friendship, see if you can actually be someone to increase the value of their life, to increase the whatever, to help them in whatever area that they need help with, but not to get discouraged or despondent or anything if it turns out that, oh man, they're not going to be my sale. Not everybody is going to be that sale, and it's better to be connected with your audience, because guess what? If you build genuine relationships with people, your engagement on Facebook is going to go up. If you build genuine relationships with people, your ranking on Google is going to go up. It affects you in every way. Yes, when people are looking for things that are related to your business, if you have enough content about it, people will find your Facebook profile by searching on Google. Google does show Facebook results, so it's really important to make sure that whatever you do, you're connecting with people to the best of your ability. Now, in terms of the how-to, my mentors, I have a team of millionaire mentors, and they always tell us to just reach out to people and say, hey, what's up? What's going on? How's it going? And just really keep it light, really keep it simple. And people will give you triggers. I mean, when people are struggling and you have something that you can offer to help them, they wear their heart on their sleeve. Like, you'll know it within the first couple of interactions if something is wrong. There was somebody that sent me a friend request, and all I said was, hey, what's going on? What are you doing today? I told her I was doing laundry. We laughed about that, having kids and stuff. And immediately she was like, yeah, I have a blog, but I haven't blogged in about a year. Awesome. I can help you with that. I didn't offer it to her right away, but I sympathized with her. You know, it's not a good feeling to have a business that you're passionate about and not be able to work it because you're overwhelmed with your responsibilities at home. Like, there's way too many ways to automate things and make things easy. So I'm sure that, there's a way that I could help her, but it really wasn't about that. It was just about creating that connection and making sure that she knew that I cared about her situation, because I could relate. I could understand how frustrating it must be to have this blog that has an awesome following. It was actually awesome. It was like she did like book reviews of children's books, and she had a whole blog of it. And the thing is, her page had like thousands of followers. So for her not to have some kind of syndication or not to be continuing to promote it is like, what's going on with your business? So eventually I'm going to follow up with her and dig a little deeper. But if I hadn't first tried to get that connection, and I would have tried to pitch her on something right away, I'm sure she wouldn't have told me what was going on with her blog. So definitely build a connection, because it's going to create, it's going to be better for you for your business. So next, consistency. Yes, this is something that I struggled with until I found a few tips and tricks, and I had to you know, give myself a good looking in the mirror and, you know, recognize, you know, if there's something that you love to do, consistency will never be a problem as long as you are committed to your goal. None of this stuff works if you're not consistent. None of it works. None of it works, doesn't work. It doesn't matter about your content, doesn't matter about your connection with people. If you're not consistent, it's not going to work. Your content, if you post once a month, nobody's going to remember your post. Nobody's going to remember what you put there. Nobody's going to remember what you're known for if you only talk about your business every couple of weeks, even every couple of days. That's what I was saying about your content. When somebody looks at the content of your Facebook page, what are they going to see? I mean, yeah, the cat videos are really funny. Sometimes I share them. Other stuff is really funny, but at the end of the day, Facebook is a powerful tool for your business. Use it. And if you're not consistent, you're shooting yourself in the foot, basically. There's a lot of different ways to be consistent, though. If for some reason you feel like you can't generate the pictures, the text, anything like that, there you could syndicate from other blogs. You could do a lot of different things, but ultimately you want your goal to be consistency, because people remember other people, especially how they made them feel. It reminds me of a quote by Maya Angelou. She said, people won't always remember what you did, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And if you have the right content and you're consistent, that person is going to remember you as a reference point in their mind. They're going to be anchored to you, and they will come back eventually to see if you're still doing what you said you were doing before. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you, Sarah, where you've disconnected with someone and then they came back a while later. I'm sure it's happened to you, Susan, because if you have that track record of being consistent, it puts everyone at ease. It puts you at ease. It puts them at ease, because they know, okay, at least I know that this person is here. At least I know that this exists. This resonates with me. When the time is right, I can come to this. So consistency and the foundation that you build with consistency, it does so much. It does so much for everything, for everyone. It makes the world a better place. Please be consistent. So, as a bonus, we're also going to cover conversions. Conversions is also a really important element of promoting your business online, because even if you master your content, you've mastered connecting with people, and you mastered being consistent, if you don't have a grip on your numbers, you won't be able to scale up. It won't be easy to go from point A to point B. Let's say you have a goal of making $1 million a year. If you start out making $10,000 a month and you're running ads, for example, but you don't keep track of how the ads are performing, or you don't really keep track of how much you had to spend per customer, it's really not going to do what it could for you, especially when it comes to sales funnels, because something like a sales funnel is basically a cash machine. If you set it up where you pay $5, $10, $15 a day on Facebook, and you link it to a sales funnel, and people go through this roller coaster of awesome, but you don't keep track of like where they stop clicking, or where it is that they left your website, or how long they were there, you're really missing out on improving. So conversions is the name of the game when you move past the first step of promoting your business online. So let's see. So that's pretty much it as far as the presentation itself. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to unmute so we can discuss everything, I can go right back to the beginning. So did anybody have any questions or anything you wanted to share about content? Kiki, I don't really know if you've ever run your business online. Do you have any questions about like what I'm talking about or what this is all about? Or Susan, anything you want to share? Sarah?
Okay. So I kind of missed a little bit when you were talking about lists. What were you talking about there? You said you talk about it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yes, lists. Let me, I'm still screen sharing, but I always keep this up. It's basically a SlideShare for 102 ideas for planning, producing, and publishing content. One way that you can create a list is you give a bunch of different ways to do the same thing. So for example, if somebody needed help staying consistent with their health goals, right? Mm-hmm. 10 ways you can stay consistent with your health goals. And that's your article. And then from there, you could break it down. You could do, like, if you said 7 ways, each day you could go over one thing and do a Facebook Live on it. And that gives you like 10 times the content from just that one list of 7 things. So that's one way you could do it when you create a list. It's like, what are the top 10 things that people complain about? What are the solutions for that? Can you talk about each solution each day? Mm-hmm. So that's how you would create a list. For some reason, my mouse doesn't want to cooperate with me at the moment. Oh, wonderful, and the screen blanked out. Anyway, but when it decides to cooperate again, we'll go there. So does that make sense to you, or did you kind of want to?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Susan, anything? Kiki, anything?
I agree with what you were saying about Facebook, though. The Facebook just allows you to have all kinds of content on that one platform, so it's really easy to master, or to get very close to mastering. So completely agree with you there. So definitely appreciate this information.
No worries. Yeah, Facebook. I think Facebook is a bit of a consciousness machine, because there's just so much you can do to connect with people, with all the social media networks, honestly. So it just makes it prime for business, because no matter what people say, business is about connecting with people and improving their lives, regardless of the size of the business. Now, it's saying that my free meeting will end in 10 minutes and that I have to upgrade to a paid account. So we're going to wrap it up soon, but let me go ahead and go to the next one to see if you guys wanted to discuss anything regarding connecting with people. Was there any questions or concerns regarding connecting? Cool. Sarah, you're good too?
Let me see. I think.
Freshman sister, you're awfully quiet down there. Are you here? Nope.
I love the tabs, by the way.
I'm sorry?
I said I love the tabs that you have going on.
Oh, thank you.
The million tabs.
I panicked because I thought that was my computer for a while. And I was like, how is my computer still working?
Barely. Do you see how long it blacked out though? Like.
My computer's never happy with me about my tabs, but I feel, just more normal now that
I can have like 4. That's it.
Oh wow!
But I like to work like this, but I'm not allowed. My computer won't let me.
I am the tab queen. Matter of fact, I think I have another Chrome browser with another 15 tabs open on it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if I close it down, I forget about it, so I need to keep it open, but that's insane.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you kindly. All right, so we're good on connecting. Consistency, does anybody have like trouble remaining consistent? Like, do you ever get tired of posting about your business, or?
I don't get tired, but I just think you're 100% right about the audience's perception. You have to keep it going even on the days when maybe you're not feeling like it.
Yeah.
Because for them, to just, it's exactly like you described it.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're providing a service, and sometimes we have to give a lot more of ourselves than maybe we expect or maybe we want to, and that does include making sure that we're doing the work every day. And the thing is, if you're a marketer, which we all are in some sense, because we're promoting our businesses online, we have to be consistent if we're going to stay in business, or if we're going to keep getting new customers. And you know what? I was just reading. I'm almost done with I can't find it. It's not here. I'm reading the book called Believe by Rich DeVos, the guy that found Amway. And in the last chapter, he's like, you know, he was talking about the church, the Christian church. And he was like, the part where the Christian church fails is they are too involved in the politics of the church when they should be always focused on evangelism, meaning always getting new followers, new champions for Christ, whatever you want to call it. I'm not that religious, but you should always be focused on getting new business and new customers. And that is part of being consistent, because you never know. You never know whose life you might change, you know? And so really important to stay consistent, because we're here to be world changers, and we have to consistently work on that every day until we see what it is that we see in faith. So regarding conversions, now for me to go into this would be a completely different call, because if we're really going to talk conversions and numbers, we need to have a webinar about ads in particular, specifically. So I know, Susan, you run ads sometimes. Sarah, have you run any ads for your business yet?
No, not for my business. I don't know if Richie's run them for the cafe, so we might know a little bit more about them. But I don't really understand it a lot. Well,
it is involved, especially because the agency that we have, it's more than Facebook. It's Google, it's pay-per-click ads, all that stuff. And when you look at the numbers, that's what makes it so that you can get the results. It starts with testing, because you don't know how people are going to respond to it. You don't know. You go into it completely on faith. You're saying, here, let me try this out. And to the best of your knowledge, you say what you think people might want to hear or need to hear in order to get interested in your product, and then you send them through your funnel. But at the end of the day, it's really a roll of the dice until you know your numbers, and then that's when you know what you're doing, and you can go ahead and fix and change things. So if that is something that you wanted to go over at another time, we can, but conversion.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Because it's all a bit abstract to me right now.
It gets involved, yes. So that's pretty much it. We got 4 minutes. I appreciate you guys coming on the webinar. I hope you got some value from it. Is there anything else that I can help you with or explain?
No, it was great. Thank you.
Yay! So
it's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Screen share. Yay! Okay. Yay. So thank you guys again for coming. Everybody who's watching, thank you so much for watching. And I'm out. Bye.
Bye.